In the dim glow of the naval base's control room, Elena Voss stared at the flickering screens, her fingers dancing over the keyboard like a pianist composing a symphony of destruction. At 32, Elena was one of the youngest lead engineers in the U.S. Navy's missile development program. Her name, chosen by her late mother who dreamed of European elegance, suited her, graceful, sharp, with eyes like stormy oceans. She had joined the Navy straight out of MIT, driven by a mix of patriotism and a personal vendetta against the chaos of war that had claimed her father in the Gulf. The Tomahawk missile, her baby, as she jokingly called it, was the pinnacle of precision warfare. A subsonic cruise missile, jet-powered and versatile, it could strike from over 900 nautical miles away, hugging the terrain at low altitudes to evade radar. Elena had spent years refining its guidance systems, GPS, inertial navigation, TERCOM for terrain matching, and DS-MAC for pinpoint accuracy. It wasn't just a weapon. It was a guardian, she told herself, protecting lives by ending threats swiftly. But tonight, as the Pacific winds howled outside the San Diego base, doubt crept in. The news feeds buzzed with escalating tensions in a fictional hotspot, let's call it the Straits of Elysium, where rogue forces threatened global shipping lanes. Elena's team was on high alert, simulating launches from Arleigh Burke-class destroyers. The Tomahawk's variants flashed in her mind. The Block IV with its loitering capability, able to circle targets and retarget mid-flight. The Block V with anti-ship prowess. Deadliest indeed. Across the base in the submarine docks, Captain Alexander Hale paced the deck of the USS Vanguard, an Ohio-class ballistic missile submarine. Alexander, with his chiseled jaw and kind hazel eyes, was a name that evoked strength and serenity, perfect for a man who commanded the sea's silent hunters. At 35, he had risen through the ranks, his life a tapestry of duty and quiet longing. The Trident II D5 missiles under his watch were the Navy's nuclear backbone, three-stage solid-fuel behemoths, capable of hurling multiple independently targetable re-entry vehicles. MIRVs over 7,000 kilometers with chilling accuracy down to 100 meters SEP. Alexander had never fired one in anger, but the weight of their potential devastation haunted him. Each missile, 44 feet long and weighing 130,000 pounds, carried up to 8 W-88 warheads, each yielding 475 kilotons, enough to level cities. Yet in peacetime they were deterrents, shadows lurking beneath the waves. Their paths crossed at a Navy gala 6 months earlier. Elena, in a sapphire gown that matched her eyes, had been discussing missile avionics when Alexander approached. "So you're the one making my job easier or harder, depending on the day," he said with a warm smile. Their conversation flowed like the tide, from technical specs to shared dreams of a world without war. By night's end, they were inseparable, two souls bound by the sea's unforgiving embrace. As tensions in the straits mounted, Elena found herself buried in work. The Navy had deployed a carrier strike group, including destroyers, armed with tomahawks and subs like Alexander's. "These are the deadliest missiles we've got," her superior, Admiral Thorne, barked during briefings. "Tomahawk for surgical strikes, Trident for the ultimate hammer." Elena nodded, but her heart ached. She thought of her childhood in Virginia, where her father's letters from the USS Enterprise spoke of honor and sacrifice. He died when a faulty torpedo, ironic. Now that she worked on the Mk-48 Heavyweight, another naval killer sank his ship. She had vowed to build better weapons, ones that saved lives. Alexander called her from the sub's secure line. "Elena, I miss you. This patrol, it's different. Feels like the real thing." His voice, usually steady, wavered. They talked for hours about everything but the missiles, her love for painting seascapes, his passion for classical music. But the unspoken loomed. What if orders came? One evening, as Elena reviewed Block VB, Tomahawk upgrades, the joint multi-effects warhead for penetrating bunkers, she received a classified report. Intelligence showed civilian enclaves near enemy bases. Collateral, the memo dismissed it. Her stomach churned. Was this the legacy she wanted? Meanwhile, submerged in the Pacific, Alexander drilled his crew. The Trident's launch sequence was a ballet of precision, steam ejection, motor ignition, PBCS maneuvers. But in quiet moments, he wrote letters to Elena, hidden in his quarters. "If I have to launch, It's not just duty, it's the end of innocence, he confided in one. Their love deepened through encrypted messages. Elena sent him poems. Alexander replied with sketches of underwater wonders. But war's shadow grew. The crisis erupted when rogue forces attacked a U.S. allies' vessel. The president authorized strikes. Elena's team was tasked with programming Tomahawks for destroyer launches. Target command centers, the order read. She inputted coordinates, her hands trembling. The missile's range, 900 nautical miles, meant no risk to ships. But the human cost, aboard the USS Vanguard, Alexander received his orders. Position for potential. Trident launch if escalation occurred. This is it, he told his XO. The sub glided silently, a ghost in the deep. Elena flew to the forward operating base in Guam, coordinating real time. There she met Sophia Reed, a young intelligence analyst with a name as soft as her demeanor. Beautiful, like a melody. Sophia, 25, had lost her brother in Afghanistan and became Elena's confidant. These missiles, they're monsters we control, Sophia whispered one night. The first strike. Tomahawks roared from USS Arleigh Burke, streaking low over waves. Elena watched satellite feeds as they hit. Precise, devastating. Enemy radars crumbled, but reports trickled in. Civilian casualties. A village school misidentified. Elena's world shattered. She called Alexander, voice breaking. What have we done? The Tomahawk, my design, killed innocents. He soothed her. We follow orders. But Elena, if Trident goes, God help us. Escalation came. Rogue nukes threatened. Alexander's sub was green-lit. In the control room, he hesitated, finger on the key. Launch Tube 1, he ordered, heart pounding. The Trident erupted, ascending through water, igniting stages. MIRVs deployed, arcing toward targets. But intelligence erred. The rogue threat was a bluff. The missile struck empty silos, but shrapnel hit a nearby town. Hundreds died. News hit like a torpedo. Elena, in Guam, collapsed upon hearing. Alexander's sub surfaced for comms. He learned the horror. I launched it, he messaged her. I'm a murderer. She flew home, but Alexander was debriefed in isolation. Months passed in silence. Elena resigned, haunted by visions of the Tomahawk's flight. The Trident's arc. She moved to a coastal cottage, painting stormy seas. Sophia visited, bringing news. Alexander was honorably discharged, broken. Find him, Elena. Your name's, yours means light, his protector. Healed together. Elena tracked him to a remote lighthouse in Maine. There, Alexander stood, gazing at the Atlantic. Elena, he whispered, tears flowing. They embraced, sharing grief. The deadliest missiles aren't the weapons, she said. It's the choices we make.